at all.
Nice play by Haypro. Infestation pit coming out now, so there won't be any Hydralisk on the field, and they won't have enough energy when the Mutalisk come out to actually deal with them with Fungal Growth.
We shall see, we shall see. Little Reconstitution coming up right here for Xlord. That's a speed upgrade for Roaches, and one of the most difficult upgrades in the entire game to actually say, I might add.
I just go for speed upgrade.
It works. It's all you really can do, to be completely honest. Sounds like we're getting a bit of feedback on the PA system right now. Yeah. We'll have to get through this game and then we'll see what we can do to fix it. Xlord, for the time being, just hangs back, playing a little bit defensive. Spinecrawler's up, he's looking to take, and in fact he does take his third. Now, still no real sign from Xlord that he is prepared for any kind of Mutalisk play.
No, he's just taking his odds right now, knowing he's so far behind that he's not prepared for everything. So that's going to be playing out perfectly for Haypro.
It's what he wants, folks, and Xlord has caught up economically. He does have a couple of queens out right now. Admittedly, he's wandered one of the queens completely off the creep and was picking off overlords with it. A little of an overlord ballet going on between these two right now. The first 6 Mutalisks are on the way for Haypro, however, and Xlord still showing absolutely no signs. The only thing he's got to deal with it are, of course, Infestors, and it's still a tricky prospect.
It's going to be difficult as long as Haypro actually spreads his Mutalisk out, so not all of them are going to be caught by a single Fungal Growth. Then it could be working out for Xlord. However, we do have 172 supply against 120 for Xlord, so anyways, however it plays out, Haypro is still going to be far ahead.
However, the Overseer came in right there for Xlord, and he did scout the Mutalisks, and his response is immediately to build 6 Spore Crawlers and a Hydralisk Den, which might be overkill a little bit, but hey, there you go. That's going to be a defense and a half. Those Spore Crawlers will be up before these Mutas come in, and that's going to shut this advantage down nicely.
However, Haypro only builds 6 Mutalisk, knowing that he just wants to do a little bit of damage, maybe force defense, and now messing up Roaches once again, and he will be going for a massive attack very soon.
Absolutely, and that is really what he forced him to do. That's a lot of spending, and that was a good Fungal Growth right there by Xlord. A second Fungal, those ain't going anywhere right now. It's just not going to happen. A third Fungal, will it require the 4th to actually bring it down? It will, and a great catch by Xlord.
He kills all the Mutalisks, however, he has to spend 4 Fungal Growth, which would have been very helpful against the incoming onslaught by Haypro, so it's still a good micro move by Haypro to actually just force those Fungal Growths out of there.
That is a lot of Roaches. That's the scientific term for it, folks. A lot of Roaches. It's not even a ball of Roaches. It's a massive tower of Roaches streaming across the map right now. It's currently 18 Roaches to 65 right now in favor of Haypro. I have a feeling that Xlord might have a few problems with this.
It comes down to perfect Infestor micro for him. Now,
Absolutely.
he does have Hydras and Infestors, which is a nice combination against pure Roaches plus Spinecrawlers, so he can still defend if he does a perfect micro.
We shall see what happens, and here comes the engagement. You'll notice that Haypro with a slight armor advantage. That may help him just a little bit against those Hydralisks. Looking for the infestation. It's a good concave, but that is a massive Fungal Growth right there, landing on Haypro. His army count is falling rapidly, but not as rapidly as Xlord. The Hydralisks getting torn apart. The Infestors having to back off right here as a second Roach attack makes its way into that natural expansion. He's cracking down that hatchery. It's already on red HP. That was a great Fungal Growth right there by Xlord. Massive damage being done, but that hatchery is down. However, Xlord is able to repulse the attack on his third. In the meantime, Roaches streaming into the natural expansion, but they will be cleaned up quite nicely.
Xlord actually catching up in supply compared to before the battle, but Haypro is still ahead, having his 4th base out of there, reinforcing with 20 new Roaches, taking out a lot of drones and forcing Xlord into a really weird spot where his economy is too weak to actually support both droning and reinforcing his army.
Yes, Xlord driving away right there. Haypro building 25 more Roaches to man that up. He's got 48 on the field. He's got 60 drones. Things are looking good for him. I believe he also finished a Carapace upgrade as well. Yes, he's now +2/+2. That's going to make a huge difference. Xlord is only +2/+0. Particularly against the Hydras, that armor is really going to count.
Definitely, you always want to have armor against those high attack speed units. Haypro going for a second attack now, but he has to be careful not to be caught off guard by too many Fungals and Hydras who actually have more range than Roaches, so he can Fungal units, and then they're not going to be able to hit back.
This is still going to be a very brute force sledgehammer approach right here by Haypro. That was a great Fungal right there from the cliff edge. A second Fungal even manages to grab the Overseer in the process. These Infestors are proving to be a complete thorn in the side for Haypro.
Haypro should get a burrow upgrade, and he's doing it now, so you just can heal up your units before battle when you get caught by a few Fungals. Sniping one queen there, very nice move.
Absolutely, and Haypro with a minor engagement right there, not losing too much. It's always nice to take those queens out, do a little bit of damage to the economy. Admittedly, Xlord is still on 3 queens, and right now the Investors actually have a reasonable amount of. Yeah, they do have a reasonable amount of energy. He should be able to push out right here. Xlord actually getting a little bit aggressive, and he has to be because, of course, Haypro is going for his 4th base right now, and he should. No, it doesn't look like he is. Haypro is actually leading that force away so that he can try and finish it off with the other. Will it be done in time? It's on red HP, and it's now falling rapidly. He looks to try and get it 100, under 100 HP. Can he bring it down? No, 64 right there for Xlord. He holds it only just.
Finally, Haypro adding infestors on his own. Xlord actually building up a lot of minerals and a lot of gas. If he would spend all of that, he would be in a supply lead against Haypro. More roaches coming in now. Finally going to be able to snipe that hatchery, but will it actually be a fair trade, as he will probably lose more roaches in the process?
It's looking very likely. There's no real way to escape from that particular engagement. Haypro will try it anyway, but he's locked down very easily by a fungal growth, as you can see. Xlord takes him out with bare minimum losses, and his defense is still looking pretty good, although Haypro's economy is in an absolutely fantastic state right now, and you can see that he is on 4 fully secure bases.
Definitely, but however, Xlord is still mining in his main base, while Haypro is already mined out. Already more mined out in his natural than Xlord as well, but Xlord needs to get a 4th base, because very soon he's going to be mining on a single base.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. Haypro is leading very nicely in that regard, and the income will start to plummet right now, as you can very clearly see on the visual display. Falling rapidly right here, Xlord dipping below Haypro, and Xlord, he must do damage now. He has no choice. He must secure that 4th base, and the only way he's going to do it is by taking map control.
Actually adding 40 circlings because he didn't see any infestors out on the field so far. It's going to be a horrible decision now that there are infestors, as you can take out circlings basically with a single fungal probe. But it seems like he's just going to use them for a harass move. Very nice play by Xlord.
It's a good amount as well. That's harassment and a half. That's incredible damage being done right here. You can see the worker kill count increasing quite nicely, if it would actually update, but there you go. Haypro trying to bring those down as quickly as possible, and he's forced to pull some roaches off the line in order to deal with them. And I have to wonder if Xlord will then follow up with a strike, and it looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. Those infestors could prove to be dangerous. The force of Haypro are split up. Mass fungal growths going off all over the place, and big damage being done to Haypro right there across the concave. I have never seen so much fungal in one place. This is ridiculous. We need a spray for this stuff. This is nasty, nasty stuff. And Haypro able to defend this.
Nice defense by Haypro. Still not taking his roaches from his 4th base. A little bit of a mistake. He could have defended even more easily, but far ahead in supply now. 145 against 103 supply. 2 infestors getting away by burrowing. Nice move by Xlord.
Sneaky little infestors. There you go. I think that is the most adorable animation I've ever seen. It's fantastic. Look at the way it waves around. Maybe that's just me. There you go. Xlord pushing forward, and Haypro's defense looking pretty solid. Army supply is certainly in terms of the advantage. He's 92 to 52 right now. Haypro looking for the push. And did we get armor upgrades? We have had some armor upgrades, but not many right here for Xlord. He's looking for Carapace level 2. He hasn't got it quite yet. And he thinks he wants an Overlord, and he spawns a few infested Terrans to make it.
Haypro finally having a lower upgrade, so he should probably wait a little bit just to heal up his army, but being very confident, he just goes in anyways. Trying to split up the army of Xlord again, sneaking in a few roaches, trying to do economic damage, burrowing into them in a 4th base now, taking out a few infestors, and have a nice concave and actually surround on the army of Xlord.
Looking pretty good. Unfortunately, he ate a lot of fungal growth, and most of his infestors are being sniped off right now by Xlord. It's a fairly equal encounter. Those infestors are getting away. Sneaking. Xlord is starting to make up that army deficit, but he's got to defend. He must, in fact, save this 4th base right here. It's absolutely crucial.
Nice mining by the drones. Now the drones unburrow once again, but he can do a little bit of damage. Roaches burrowing, being very sneaky, and there's no overseer for Xlord yet. He's making one now, but
he does have some infestors though. He could nail them down with that, assuming that he can find them. The problem is he doesn't know where Haypro's roaches actually are. They've moved now. They've split up quite nicely.
2 infestors for Haypro are actually sitting there too, but they're going to be detected by the overseer unless Xlord just misses them by his real eye.
They very well might. There we go. There's the Overseer taking that one out, and Haypro will be pushed back by Xlord right here. Army count is still in favor of Haypro by a fairly significant margin right now, and we can have a look at production. We'll see what it is, and his ropes count looking pretty nice as well. There's a fungal right there on Xlord from those infestors who are moving in, but that's a massive fungal right there in response to that. Interesting battles these, honestly. It is Infestor Roach over and over again. Oh, that is a fungal and a half. Look at that one. Absolutely fantastic fungal growth right there, and Haypro could take the advantage right here. Mass damage coming in, looks for the Bori, doesn't get it. Haypro smashing through the line of Xlord. GG! Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. One of the best fungals I've ever seen. That is absolutely